Hello viewers, welcome to the lecture series of SSC Quantitative Aptitude, and this is your tutor Keshav Agarwal, and today we are going to study about square and square root. So this is the part 1 for the lecture. So today we are going to study squaring techniques. So we will see some techniques so that you can find the square of a number very fast. So first of all, we will see some square of numbers, and then we will see number with unit digit 0 and number with unit digit 5. And next we will see how you can use a plus b whole square to find the square root of a number. And next we will see the base method. So first of all, I have listed some numbers and their squares, and I would suggest you to memorize all these numbers. So 1 square equal to 1, 2 square equal to 4, 3 square equal to 9, 4 square equal to 16, and so on. So this is the list of some numbers whose square I recommend you should remember. So this is the basic you should know. Okay. So from 1 to 20, the square of all the numbers should be on your tips. So let us move ahead and study square of number whose unit digit is 0. So if we have a number and its unit digit is 0, then how we can use what technique should be used so that we can compute the square of the number very fast. So any square number whose digit is 0, we double the number of zeros at the right side of the number, and in the left of the zeros we write the square of the number non-zero number or rest digits, which is left of the 0. So let us see an example to understand the concept better. So for say you have to compute the square of 60. So in 60 there is 1 0, okay, and it says double the number of zeros. So there is only 1 0, so you have to double it. So it will be 0 0, and the number non-zero number is 6 here. So take the square of 6, that is 36. Now just try 3600, that is the square of 60. So let us see another example. So we have to find the square of 900. So how do you do that? So first of all, it lies in the category where unit digit is 0. Okay. And now you see we have two zeros here. So you have to double the number of zeros. So double the number of zeros, that means you will have 4 zeros. Okay. And the non-zero number here is 9. So which will be equal to 81. So the correct answer here will be 81 and 4 times 0. Now, what if you have a number in which the unit digit is 5? So how do you find the square of those number whose unit digit is 5? So we have to find the square of such a number. So first of all, we write 25 as the last two digits of the square of given number. For remaining digits, which has to be written to the left of 25, we write the product of number formed by remaining digits of the given number and successive number. So you have a number, and neglecting the 5 in that number, take the one number higher than that, and if you multiply both of them and add 25 at last, then you will have your square. For example, you want to compute the square of 45. So the last digit is 5. Okay. So 5 square is 25. That is known. Okay. And now take 4 and multiply it with number after 4. That is 5. That is 4 plus 1. So it will be 4 into 5. That is 20. So now just write 20 and write 25 at the end. So that will be 2025. Next question. The square of 135. So make the group here. So separate 5 and separate 13. Now 5 will contribute 25 at the last. And now I'm just interested in 13. So take 13 and add 1, multiply it with 13. So 13 times, so 13 plus 1, it is 182. Okay. So 182 and 25. 182 and 25. So this is the square of 135. So in this, by using this trick, you can compute the square of any number which end with 5 very fast. So now we are going to see a method in which you can use the formula a plus b whole square to find the square of a number. So taking unit digit as b and remaining digits or digit as a, and open the formula in the form a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay. So taking unit digit of b as unit digit of square and further remaining digit of b work as carry in the second part 2ab, and it continues to be third part. So let us see an example to understand the method how it works. So let us suppose we have 78 here. Okay. So here we have 78. So here a will be 7 and b will be 8. And if I have to write 7 plus 8 whole square, so it will be 7 square plus 2 times of 7 times of 8 plus 8 square. So 7 square is 49. And 2 times of 7 times of 8 is 112. And 8 square is 64. Just now unit digit of square is 4 and 6 carry to the next part 2 times 7 times 8, that is 112 plus 6. So that is 118. Now 8 becomes the 10th place of the square and the remaining digit work as a carry to the next part 7 square. Therefore the next part would be 49 plus 11, that is 60. Hence the square of 78 is 6084. Let us see one more example. Here the unit digit will be b and remaining digit will be a. So a is 11 and b is 12. Again use the a plus b whole square. So it is a square plus 2ab plus b square equal to 11 square plus 2 times of 11 into 2 plus b square, that is 2 square. So when you simplify it, 11 square is 121 and 2 times of 11 times of 2 is 44 and 2 square is 4. Okay. So the unit digit of square is 4 and 0 carry to the next part 2 into 11 into 2, that is 44 plus 0, that is equal to 44. So now 4 becomes the 10th place of the square and the remaining digit work as a carry to the next part 11 square, that is 121. Therefore the next part would be 121 plus 4, that is 125. Hence the square of 112 is 12544. So now we are going to see how to use square of numbers from how to find the square of numbers using base method. Base method. So for example, if number given to you is close to 100, then how you are going to find the square of the number? So for example, you have number 102. So 102 plus 2, okay. So how do we know we have to add a 2 here? That is decided how far is the given number from the base. Here the base is 100. So 102 is 2 units far from 100. So that means if you add 2 to 100, then you will get 102. So we will write it as 102 plus 2 upon 2 square. Okay. So 102 plus 2 is 104 and 2 square is 4. So we will write it as 04. Okay. So just remove that divide sign and it will be 10404. So this is a very quick way to compute the square of number that is close to 100. So the square of 102 is 1040, 10404. Now, if you want to find the square of 113, so first of all, see how far is 113 from 100. So it is 13 units away. So we will write 113 plus 13 upon 13 square. So 113 plus 13 will be 126. 13 square is 169. And you now see why I asked you to remember all the squares from 1 to 20, because some things will be used very frequently while calculating the square of bigger number. So it will be good if you remember all the squares from 1 to 20. So 126 upon 169. Okay. So it will be 126 plus 1, because we just have to keep two digits in the denominator. So take the 1 here and it will be to 126 plus 1 upon 69. So now just remove the divide sign and it will be 12769. Now, next example. How do you find the square of 121? So see, 121 is 21 units away from 100. So I'll write it as 121 plus 21 upon 21 square. Correct? So it is 142 slash 441. 441 is square of 21. And it will be 142 plus 4 upon 41. And it is 14641. Now, the square of 97. So 97 is 3 units before. So this time we are going to write minus 3. So when number is greater than 100, we write plus. And if the number is less than 100, so we write minus. So 97 is 3 units away from 100, but it is less than. So we are going to write it as 97 minus 3. And the next number is 3 square. So 97 minus 3 is 94, and it will be 3 square, which is 09. Okay. So since 3 square is only 9, but we need 2 digits, so we'll write 09. And if it's more than 2, then we have to adjust in the left part. So it will be 9409. So the square of 97 will be 9409. Now, the square of 83. 83 is 17 units away from 100. So it will be 83 minus 17 and 17 square. So 83 minus 17 is 66 and 17 square is 289. But we only need 2 digits. So we will take the 2 from this side and add it to 66. So it will be 66 plus 2 and 89. So it will be 2889. Now, what if the number is close to 50? So in this case, we are going to use the same method as we used earlier. Okay. But one new thing we are going to do is we are going to add a 1 by 2 here. So 1 by 2 times of 100. So 100, the base 100 we are going to use here, but just add into 1 by 2. So suppose we want to find the square of 59. So 59 is 9 units away from 50. Again, if the number is greater than 50, then we will add that number. And if the number is less than 50, then we are going to put the minus sign there. Okay. So 59 is 9 units away from 50. So it will be 59 plus 9 and 9 square. Correct? And also 1 by 2 here. So 59 plus 9, okay, and 2. So this cancels the total, because here we will have 68. Okay, 68 upon 2 is 34. And 9 square is 81. So just remove the slash here and this will be 3481. Let us see one more example. Suppose we want to find the square of 48. So 48 is 2 units away from 50, but it is less than 50. So in this case, we are going to use the minus sign. Okay. So we write 48 minus 2. And since here we are using the base 50, so we have to put a 1 by 2 along with 48 minus 2. And since the 48 is 2 units away, so we are going to write 2 square here. So 48 minus 2, that is 46, and dividing it by 2 gives 23, and 2 square is 4, but we will write it as 04. So now remove the slash and it will be 2304. Now, what if the base is 200? So how we will find the square of number if it is close to 200? So this time we are going to multiply it by 2. So we are going to use the same method that we used for base. This time we are going to put a multiply with 2, because in 50 we used 1 upon 2, and this time we are going to use 2. So for example, we want to find the square of 219. Okay, and 219 is 19 units away from 200, correct? So we will write it as 2 times of 219 plus 19 and 19 square. So 219 plus 19 is, and into 2 will give 476. Okay, and now 19 square is 361. So, but we only need 2 digits. So we'll take 3 and add it to 476, which will be 476 plus 3 and 61. And 476 plus 3 is 479, and remove the slash sign and it will be 47961. So this is the square of 219. Now, another number that is given to us is 182. We have to find the square of 182. So again, now see, 182 is close to 200. You can definitely use the method for base 100 here, but this 182 is 82 units away from 100. So this is not going to help, correct? But it is very close to 200. So that means we can use the 200 base method here. And 182 is 18 units away from 200. So we will write it as 2 times of 182 minus 18 and 18 square. And 182 minus 18 times 2 is nothing but 328. And 18 square will be 324. But we only need 2 digits. So we will remove this 3 and add it to this side. So it will be 328 plus 3 and 24. So 328 plus 3 will be 33124. So the square of 182 is going to be 33124. Now, what if the base is 150? So in this case, we are going to put 3 by 2 in the multiplication, and rest we are going to do the same we did for 100. So let us see an example to understand the method in a better manner. So 152. So 152 is 2 units away from 50. So in this case, you could have used the 200 base method and a 100 base method. You will always get the same answer, but 152 is much closer to 150. So that will be helpful here. So 152 will be 3 upon 2 times of 152 plus 2, because it is 2 units away from 150, and 2 square. So 3 upon 2 times of 152 plus 2 is 3 into 77, and 04 from 2 square. So 3 into 77 will be 231, and 04. Remove slash sign here and it will be 23104. Correct? So this is the square of 152. Now, let us see one more example. So, what is the square of 141? So, again, 141 is 41 units away from 100. So you could have used the same method for 100. But this is not going to make your calculation easy because you have to compute 41 square first. So which is not at all feasible. Again, it will take time, as you could have just computed 141 square directly if we are going for 100. So it would be better to go for 150, base 150. And it is just 9 units away from 150. But again, less than 150. So again, same rule. So when the number is less than 150, we put a minus sign, and when the number is greater than 150, we put a plus sign. So it is 141 minus 9 into 3 by 2 and a 9 square. So 9 square will be 81, and from 3 by 2 times of 141 minus 9, we will get 3 times of 66, and it is equal to 198. Okay, and 81 will be remain same, and remove the slash sign here, it will be 19881, and which is the square of 141. So that would be all for this lecture, and I'll see you in the next lecture, and we will talk about how to find the square root. Thank you.